Welcome to the sPODerCAST. Pretty much what I wanted to do, other than give Leo some more little bits for a soundboard, was kind of talk about the NRC, which I won't be doing today, the RFL, and pretty much various other stuff like the NFL, what's going on in the sports, the news, whatever. And kind of miscellaneous crap that has happened that's really funny that all of you nosy bastards want to hear. So I'm going to introduce my guest today. We have the guy who managed to shit, shower, shave, save cancer, and save the world, Leo Chase.
Yes, hello. I am here to save show.
And then we have Mama Dench.
Donch Bunch.
Dench.
Oh, shocking. Dench chokes in the clutch. Alright.
Hang on, you have to wait for it. He's going to say hi.
Nah, fuck him. Let's go.
Yeah, screw him. Alright. So, first thing we're going to go over, which pretty much just happened like 2 hours ago. Tiger has stepped down from council.
That's news to me, by the way.
Yeah.
I did not know this.
He literally stepped down, and his post that I'm going to be reading, he said the title says it all, which was resignation. I hereby resign from all my duties as councilman. It's been a fun 2 to 3 seasons I've been on council, and I am very thankful for the opportunity I've been given. But lately I've come to the conclusion that I just won't have enough time to be functioning and useful council member once I go to Missouri State. Yeah, dorm buddies. Along with that, the accusation that I have been a biased council member have bothered me to the point that I no longer wish to deal with it anymore. I care for this league very much, and every decision I make I try to do with honesty and fairness. I was never at the point last season where I was the only active council member for a couple of weeks, and things were very stressful for me, but I never caved into giving up at that point. All in all, I'm glad to have experienced what it is like to be a council member, and I will use that knowledge and experience to relate the problems that the league may address towards head council, and do it in a way where it can benefit both players and council. I would like to say that every council member on council does it out for the best interest of the league. I would also like to state that Byrne is not as bad as everyone makes him out to be, and although at times we can butt heads, like we all tend to towards each other, we can also get along and do great things, and he is not on council to bias towards himself or his teammates whatsoever. Zombie and JJ will make great additions to this council in season, and Detro is looking to prove that he is council worthy. Lastly, if anyone should take my council position, my recommendation would be Paco. He works his ass off for this league, and although some of you may think he is immature for his age, he has the best interest for everyone and doesn't deserve the kind of ridicule he gets. Thank you all for a great time. Tiger Eye 6904.
They did not like you reading that entire post.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
Alright.
Alright. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, only in the RFL can you go from councilman of the season about a week ago and coach of the season to being harassed by people saying that you're corrupt and shit. And of course the fucking, one guy on council who, does shit is the guy to resign. But I mean, I can understand because I already told everyone, hey guys, I'm not going to show up at a bunch of games because I'm going to Missouri State and he's going to Missouri State too. So, I mean, I can't blame him for it. But in reality, if you look at the post, I guess from listening to you read that poorly, I guess he just got pissed off at everyone giving him a shit. Oh, look who's back! So, I mean, I can't blame him, but it's a shame that we had to lose the one councilman who, in my opinion, does his work steadily all the time. Besides, Zombie somewhat does his job most of the time. Just he can't add numbers correctly, apparently, on the stats.
So you feel that it's a huge loss. He's the only one who does everything, and pretty much the council may go back some just because, well, other than Zombie.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, fair enough. Dench, what about you? We were talking about Tiger leaving council.
Yeah, since you're right here.
Well, I think it's a loss because he was like the one who last season did all the work when everyone else was inactive. But I actually don't think 4 council members is a terrible thing though, because like the PA's.
Good shit. Good shit,
Yeah,
Mom.
very,
Thanks,
very
Mama.
informative.
I do agree with him though that yeah, 4 councilmen is like not a big deal. We don't need to have 5 at all times because in my opinion, I just don't think there's 5 people in this league who should be on council.
No, I
Well,
don't
I
think.
think. Sorry.
Oh, Dad, you can continue your opinion now that you're back again.
Yeah. My Liverpool internet's like fucking off.
Of course.
But I was gonna say the fact with 4 people is maybe if there's like a tie.
That's exactly how it works. If there's a tie, then the PA gets the tiebreaker, and that's why back when we did have 4 councilmen, I think it was, oh god, it might have been Lancer, this PA then, Jesus Christ, that he broke like 5 different ties, and the players actually have more power.
Yeah.
So, Boone, shout out to Boone, specifically crying about shit, yo. So 4 councilmen, honestly, if I were you guys, pass a vote to like not add a 5th councilman.
Yeah.
The fucking split votes, especially, because they'll have the Burn side. We got Burn and JJ, and then Detro and whoever the fuck the other one is. I don't even know. Oh, it's Zombie. Yeah, Zombie. That's a pretty solid split, so.
One thing that kind of like throws a lot of red flags is we have 3 members of the council that's on the same team, and JJ.
Yeah, that is a bit uneasy, like unnerving.
So the fact of the matter
That
is.
wasn't planned.
So fact of the matter is, like, it's going to lead to conflict in the near future. Someone's going to get the boot pretty soon. I think similar to what happened with Sea-Dog.
Oh, yeah,
People
definitely.
get pissed off.
Well, I mean, if you look at all the crying already, that's definitely, it's on its way.
Yeah, people are kind of unhappy. And like I said in my post, if you can't really take your personal bias, which I did not really retort towards Tiger whatsoever. I didn't even know people were calling him biased to begin with.
I had no idea. I didn't know there was a problem with him until he resigned now.
Yeah, I don't get why he feels like anything was direct towards him. I feel like it kind of goes to Burn, which being completely unbiased about my opinion, despite my history with Burn, I think that Burn, kind of how he acts towards a player, depends on the relationship he has with the person. So he could be I'm sorry?
I said I would agree with that.
So he could be a good guy or he could be a flat-out dick. It kind of depends. All in all, though, I do agree there shouldn't be a 5th council member. There shouldn't have been in the beginning. I actually was about to call that out in a huge shit post where shit would have been thrown left or right because that took complete power away from the PA.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be a huge loss, and I'm kind of nervous of what's going to happen in the near future because of this, but I hope Council can buckle down and make the right decisions and learn from this.
Yeah.
And step up. Didn't she have anything to say, or are you just going to lag out again?
I think he's dead, Jim.
Alright. So, now we have the roster breakdowns. This is pretty much what everyone's watching the show for. They kind of want... Yeah. So, the first one on the list is the Varrock Rams. We have the owner, Sharnos, Coach Tiger Eye 6904, and then Coach Faglink 1000.
I didn't even know it was Coach.
Solid. And the roster is Sharnos, Tiger Eye, Darklink, Giggs, and they're going to be signing Gaz. That's not really much of a surprise.
Wow, that's all we have?
Yeah.
That's news. That's kind of bad.
Yeah, it is.
Because I don't plan on making even like a quarter of the games.
Due to school?
Yeah, I'm talking like if I have bad gas before a game, I will choose to sit in the toilet over the game at this point. So they definitely should have signed someone else, anyone else.
I'm not sure Tiger's going to be that active either, so it kind of leads down to Sharnos and Giggs, and Gaz will play for Sharnos.
I mean, but how good is he actually going to be, and if he actually takes it seriously because he's just bad? I mean, he's just bad.
Yes, yes, yes. You can add that to your soundboard later, Leo. You finally
Please.
got it recorded.
Yeah.
All right. Last time I seen him play, which was with TGV, he actually played really good.
I didn't think, like, last time I played against him, I did not think he was as scary as he used to be, because
Rip.
3D, which was his forte beforehand.
Well, he kind of no-lifed RFL at that point.
No,
Now
he don't
he
like
no.
some. Yeah, Riga Regens, which he's apparently not even that good at, but that's another story.
He's decent, but yeah, that's a whole new can of worms. So, if you were to say, where would this team be? And the standings, blah.
Well, I mean, in respect to the other teams, depending on how many games me and Tiger show up to. Because the thing is what's weird is, like, this is a weird situation, me and Tiger being on the same team, both of us trying to, like, take a step back. But, like, the awkward thing is, since we can see each other in real life, there could be this weird thing where we actually end up making more games because we can actually bother each other into showing up at games. But, in all honesty, you're looking at maybe a 5-5, 6-4. I don't know how many games we're doing. Finish. So, I mean, that's optimistic if we show up, but hopefully, Sharnos will do something to get together the active roster at first.
I believe in Sharnos,
I do
but
too, actually.
but I feel like he's starting to lose that passion, which was kind of a turnoff to why I didn't sign with him, because I didn't want to be put in the same disgruntled situation that Liam found himself in last season.
Well,
And
Liam's a rage quitter crybaby. That's another story.
yeah, but
Shots
Liam,
fired.
yeah, shots fired. I honestly had you guys going to be the third seed.
Really?
Honestly, yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know that much about the other rosters, but I mean, we have the starting lineup on paper to make the playoffs.
Easily. But I would say 6-4 sounds about right for the Rams.
All right.
Dench is dead, so I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah, fuck bench.
TGV. Owner JJ Dynamite, Coach Shady, and then Coach Undecided. That must be a new rookie.
Mm.
That roster consists of JJ Dynamite, Shady, Olaf, Jimmy, and Ham.
Oh wow, wow. Okay. Yeah, we can make playoffs. Well, I'm assuming Jimmy's the quarterback. Well, I know how that goes. Jimmy, please, for once, live up to what you're supposed to do. But I don't even know if Jimmy's going to make games, because Jimmy actually has a life at college. That's not a very good roster. The problem is there's this, I just feel like there's not enough caring, because they have, Olaf retire twice a season as PK. They got Hamu, who has no confidence after the United Bowl. Shady, who I doesn't even show up to the site, but I'm going to assume he'll play because JJ is his butt buddy. And JJ makes games. But, I mean, how much is JJ going to carry on his team's ass? And he doesn't have BB Burn there.
I think this roster is terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
But I feel that Jimmy will have a huge season. He'll bounce back. I honestly think that this was his chance to actually QB, because he has had a lot of expectation from him since his season 13 playoff game that you remember when Burn got ejected.
Yes.
I did not eject Burn on purpose or anything. Okay, moving on. The setback was a really bad season from him, which was season 16, I believe, for
Yep,
Narda,
first-hand account of that, yes.
where he threw that pick to Azu, and Azu was just standing there not doing anything.
By far the most disappointing. I signed to that team to play with Jimmy, and then it was just a disaster. But Jimmy has the chance here to at least, pull a Sharnos and get an assload of statistics.
Yes. I feel that Jimmy will actually shine on this team. I actually think that Olaf will do good, even though you're going to disagree with that royally.
No, I mean he's not terrible as a player. He gets butthurt easily and he retires.
Yes.
He doesn't get into a groove. So.
I think he's trying to change that, though.
Well, we'll see.
Ham doesn't show up. Shady, I think, will show up, but this roster, with the team that it has for now, unless they go out and make a trade.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. Bold prediction. I would not be surprised if somewhere along the line, Byrne gets mad at good old Mama Dench and he gets traded to his boys in TGV. Oh, look who's fucking back again.
He's just
Hello,
getting
guys.
carried.
Yeah, it's okay. You can take the ride, Dench. But yeah, continue, Spode. I didn't mean to interject.
It's fine. Overall, my record, I have 3-7.
That's I would agree with that. Yeah.
Dench, what do you think of TGV?
Who do they have? Which players?
Oh my God.
JJ, Shady, Olaf, Jimmy, and him.
I'd say like 4-6 probably. There's a lot of shit in the league, and when you take into like fucking like Nick Narnia QB in all the games and Caleb QB, all,
I forgot about that.
then they're gonna get some wins somewhere. So I'm gonna say like 4-6 probably.
Fair enough.
That is fair.
All right, moving on.
All right, the Taberley 12-year-olds.
My
Oh
boys.
boy.
TTYO.
Oh boy.
The owner, Mama Dench. Coach,
Hello.
Burninator88.
Oh boy.
Zombie Rock, also known as the Sock. And then that roster consists of Dench, Burn, Detro, Sock, Joey, and Badiak.
My boys.
Yeah. I mean, on paper, obviously, that's the best team. Dench did a really good job at accidentally getting the mathematical best team possible at the past. 'Cause I know for a fact from hearing his plan before, and that is not even remotely the roster he intended on. But, I mean,
Okay.
good for him. Someone on this team will get traded early on in the season, either
Oh, yeah.
Burn or Detro. My assumption is probably Burn, but with Detro being Daddy Detro, I wouldn't be surprised if it was him either. This team won't stay together, but if it did, easily, in my opinion, 7-8 wins. This is the only team, in my opinion, that has a legitimate chance to just easily stroll into the United Bowl. But, I mean, Tilt's team is going to be stable, and I just don't see this team being that stable, but they'll definitely still be good. They're definitely going to be the 2 seed, at least.
Dench, your thoughts?
On your own team?
Well, it's gonna be kind of biased, but I mean, like Leo said, this was not like the team I planned going in. Originally, I wanted like Boone and people like that, but it ended up with me getting this team. And I think it's fucking all round. It's obviously really good, but we're all kind of hot-headed and we're all gonna rage at each other, which is the only problem.
Yes.
But Mama's gotta grow up.
Oh boy.
Oh,
You know?
That's a bold thing hearing from the mama, too.
And alright. I don't know. If I don't, obviously someone's fucking gonna get traded knowing me. I'm gonna be a cunt after like week 3 and trade someone, but if all goes well, we'll be up there, you know.
I mean, I don't see any other rosters, and I look at the rosters that, besides Tilt's team, that are really a challenge to you guys. So, even if you lose a player, you guys are definitely playoff locked.
Well, the thing is, we got cover in every position, so if someone
Yes.
doesn't show up,
Definitely.
we'll cover. Anyway,
agreed with that.
that's all I got to say.
Like pretty much what I think the X factor is on this team is if they get down pretty early, like let's say they turn over on the first drive, I see them completely sucking the rest of the game because
Oh, cool.
there's no one to calm that team down. They are, like you said, they are completely unstable and they really do not. They just cannot keep themselves together. Like none of them are notorious for being calm,
Yeah.
but I
Because
think
they
that
got-
this.
No, I'm sorry, you go ahead.
I think that this team has the capability of being the first seed pretty easily.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But what I had predicted in my little thought process was Byrne traded a Varrock for Leo and Tiger. And Dench said he would not do that, but we will have to wait and see for that. But I could see that happening down the road.
I'd rather get someone who's gonna like turn up to every game.
Yeah, that's, in my opinion, Dench, if you do trade, don't even bother for me.
No, don't worry. Way ahead of me.
Overall, though, I think 8 wins, 7 or 8 are good. 9's probably the least likely to happen, but it is possible.
Yep, I agree with that.
Next, the other stacked team that was actually stacked legally. We have the Lunar Isle Lightning
All
with the
right.
owner of Tilt, And that roster consists of Big Baroni,
Mm.
Total Whirl, I can't believe I just messed that up, sPODerCAST, Luke, and Cookie.
Mm.
Fucking cookie.
All right. Well, this obviously is a good team, and Tilt's not one to like move around. He kind of sticks to my policy of if you don't agree with me, you will sit in the bench. But
Yep.
I for some reason think that with Barone going to college and Barone being Barone, he might play a few games drunk, but I think his activity will be pretty solid. Spode, you'll make games, obviously. It does not matter who QBs out of those three. Luke says he's going to be active for every game, and I somewhat believe him because I think this is definitely his best shot at United Bowl, like from the get-go. All across the board, this is a pretty solid roster at every position. There is Cookie, but he's not really a part of this team. He's just kind of someone that tilts on in all of his teams. There's not much to say. I mean, they're going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Dench, what about you?
I'd say the main problem with the team is probably the activity, though. So I mean, you know what Barone's like. If Barone finds a girlfriend again, he's going to be gone for like a month. Luke is always going to be questionable. I mean, you and Tilt will always show up, but it's obviously going to be a playoff team, probably maybe first or second seed. I don't know. You'll get to the UB anyway. What do you think, Spode?
I think that we're a pretty solid team. I'm not going to be biased, but
Yeah.
Barone, I don't think his activity will be questionable just because of how enthusiastic he was about signing with Tilt. Because rather I got owner, rather he got owner, rather Tilt got owner, we were planning on having this team put together. Luke kind of... I didn't really think we'd sign Luke, but after we practiced yesterday, he seemed really happy. And he said he's going for his first 100% attendance season since I don't even know when.
Yeah.
Cookie's Cookie. I don't really know what to expect. If he tries, I think that'll be a huge asset to the team.
Definitely.
But I'm more so happy about how I get to pick Tilt's brain a little bit and learn some stuff like on trade defense that I tend to screw up on. And I could actually benefit from this on the defensive side of the ball and be a more all-around player.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for this, and I would agree with first or second seed.
Yeah, I think it'll
7-3
be
wins.
between my team and Tilt's team for first and second. I mean, it'll be an interesting season, though. It will be interesting.
Did Leo die?
His fucking Papa Chase is back in the kitchen.
Alright. So, that's pretty much all I have to say about that.
Yeah.
The next team, after that, we had the Narda Nirvana.
Yeah.
Owner, Chavray. Coach, Young Hung. Nick Narnia. I wonder if he's young yet. A-Oil, Patrick DePiro, and then Blue Party.
Yeah. I'll go first on this, seeing as fucking Papa Chase is still clanging. So, is that okay, Spode?
That's fine. Go for it.
So, last season's UB losers, obviously. They choked in the last. I think they're going to be shit, to be honest with you. I don't want to sound like fucking controversial, but if Nick Narnia is going to QB every game, then I can't see them winning too many games, maybe not even making playoffs. Shaft did tell me before, though, that if Nick Narnia is doing terrible, then he's just going to trade him for a C player and take over, apparently. Which could be interesting.
Yeah, Shaft taking over, implying.
If they lose the game, fucking Shav's going to rage, everyone knows. When they lose the first game. Who do they play first week 1, by the way?
We'll get to that.
Oh, okay. Well, but yeah. I mean, it's a pretty autistic team all around. Like, I don't know if they're all going to get on. Maybe not. We'll see. But I don't think they're going to do that well this season. I think they're going to have a bit of a... Maybe like a 3-7, a 4-6 season, I'd say.
I noticed that they have 3 floaters on their team from the jump. A-Oil, Patrick, and then Blah. Blah always rejoins and then quits. A-Oil was A-Oil. We really don't even take him seriously anymore in the RFL. Patrick, I don't even think he's played a game yet, and he's been a rookie like 3 or 4 times already.
Young Pat's gonna show though.
I actually believe he will show up just because they live with each other now.
Yeah, for fucking gay.
But I think this team would be a lot better if Shad was QBing rather than Nick Narnia. Nick is actually a really lousy QB who kind of overthinks a lot of things and screws up more times than anything.
How long do you think the team will last together before a trade's made, though?
I could see this team lasting till like week 4.
Yeah. It's going to be Nick Narni that gets traded anyway.
Oh yeah, easily.
Definitely.
But we have to wait and see. I think that this team could have playoff capabilities if Shad plays good.
It's probably on the border. Like, it's maybe like 4 or 5 wins might get them in the playoffs. I don't know. We'll have to see. There's a lot of teams like that, though, that are going to be on the border of the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think that's where the main battle's going to be this season.
I think that I see this team maybe 5 or 6 wins.
Yeah. We'll have to see. I mean, it really depends on how the first few weeks goes. Because if Nick Narni loses like 2 or 3 games in a row, then he's going to get traded, and Shav's going to come in as QB, which could pick them up. He did well last season as QB when Diesel wasn't there.
He did, to be fair. Leo, quick, how many wins do you have Narda having?
Whatever's enough to get him the last seed in the playoffs.
Okay. You heard it from him. Alright, so then this is the last team, I think. Nezanot?
Yep.
Alright, the Nezanot Patriots. Finally, we have a team that's named after the Patriots. Paco owns this team. Then we have the coaches Caleb and Boone. And then as for the roster, we have CJH, Fushi, and then KB.
Yeah.
I think this team's a dark horses for the 3rd seed.
It's possible.
I agree.
It is possible. It really depends on how Caleb goes as QB, I guess.
Eternal QB.
But, I mean, last season he played 1 game as QB and he did win, but there were 2 factors to the fact that we won. The first one was the fact that we threw on Nick Narnia every play. Yeah. And the second was the fact that I had to carry the shit out of us on defense and get like fucking 13 tackles because Caleb was terrible.
Why did you have to bring
the third was that you were a pussy and it was supposed to be you QBing and not him, but then you were a pussy.
Caleb was demanding it. I'm not a coach, mate. There's nothing I can do. I was overpowered.
Why did you have to bring that game up? You want to know how mad I was after that game ended?
You know,
I was steaming. Freaking Nick pissed me off so much.
Yeah. Caleb's plan was throw on Nick Narnia every play.
We literally freaking lost because of Nick Narnia. He was screwing around during the game, and me and Barone were telling him to straighten his shit up, and he was just like, "Oh, it's okay. We're playing their bench. Tilt's not even here. What's the worry for?"
Yeah, you did do kind of shit in that game, fucking Nick Narnia. If you're listening.
I'm back, guys. I'm alive. We're good.
Alright, what do you think?
Let's talk about the Patriots.
I do agree. I mean, I've been listening. I do agree with Tilt in the chat. Every year, whatever team Boone's on is the dark horse. On roster compared to the rest of the league, this is going to be, I mean, a decent team. What I would compare him to is Season 9 Brimhaven Chargers, otherwise known as the Brimhaven Spaghetti. A team that wins a decent amount of games, but is this fucking classic, like, messy choke artists. It's going to be... I mean, they're going to get enough wins to probably make the playoffs. If Caleb and Boone can handle Paco being the worst wide receiver of all time. But, I mean, CJH is a solid pickup. I hope that being on in an environment where things might get toxic won't fuck things up, but he has the potential to really get a big role in this team, especially in the receiving department, and he's as solid as fuck defensive end, which opens up Caleb, who's an okay cornerback, and Boone, who's a good cornerback, to do some shit, and I guess Paco to roam around being Paco. KB won't show up to any games. Bushi, I mean, I don't know if he's buddies with Paco or not, but I guess he might show up to a game. I guess it's a decent filler.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna win some games, but they're probably gonna be one of those teams that has hilarious mistakes.
Yeah. See, the problem I see with this team is they're a team of victims. Like, season 16, Boone was the fucking victim of the team, and then season 17, it was Caleb, and then I'm pretty sure you bullied Paco.
Oh, yes.
So one of them's gonna have to fucking stand up and try and lead it, and I don't see who's gonna do it.
I, honest to God, think it would be Caleb, because Caleb played in that horrendous fucking team for Heroic, where everyone was just absolutely awful, and he almost won MVP.
Yeah.
And, Boone's sass. Boone won't take shit. Because there's no one on this team that's not beta, really.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not like the roster you guys had in the Jags where you all could just talk shit to Boone and Boone would be okay with it because, you guys were far much more manly than he was.
That was a great speech.
Yes, but there you go. That's actually very good analysis, though. That is a very solid point. Also, I think we lost Spode, so
Yeah,
I think
it's
I'm gonna take the helm. So I'm pretty sure it was the last team we had.
I think it will.
So we're gonna move on to I'm assuming the next thing was gonna do, like every show does, was the Week 1 predictions.
Yeah.
So let me pull up the schedule real quick here and watch this fucking show. Is the Spode back?
Yeah.
In the great words of Azu, I have returned.
Nah, don't worry, I got your back. All right, we're on to the fucking roster. Well, not roster. Schedule predictions for Week 1.
All right, solid. I think Patriots could win 6 or 7 games. By the way.
Really?
Yes.
I don't
All
think that many.
I'm
make the
optimistic.
They'll do goofy enough to make the playoffs.
All right, so Week 1 predictions. We have Barak at Narda.
I know for a fact I'll be able to make because I will still be at home. So I'm gonna assume that this is one of those games where our roster will be at full strength, and I don't know if it's me being biased, Matt, but I think we'll win.
Yeah, but I agree with it.
But it will be very close. It'll be very close.
I think it's going to be a turnover. I think it's going to be 12 points, definitely. I think you're going to fucking blow Shava, especially if you have a game like you did in the playoffs last season, then fucking Nani's going to be completely screwed. But I can definitely see you winning the game.
What do you think, Spode?
I could see Barak winning this game pretty convincingly, actually, by 10 points.
All right. Next game, what do we got?
TGV at God damn it. Patriots.
Patriots. This is probably the strongest that JJ's team will be until he possibly trades for BB Byrne. So I'm gonna say that fucking Nitsanot will win this game, which means Caleb's ego as QB will be inflated to maximum.
Oh god.
Like his swollen ACL. Got him. But I think it'll be a classic, ugly, hilarious, our first spaghetti game of the season. But they will win. They will win on the performance of brother fucking Boone.
Ooh.
There we go.
Throw it to me, Caleb. I'm open.
Fucking worst Boone impression. 2 points about this game. I was gonna make. Number 1, I won't be trading Burn to fucking JJ because he has no one to take. I'm not taking fucking Olaf.
Under the table shekels, mate.
I'd take money. No, I want to trade him for Boone.
See, you heard it there first. He will take money.
We got him exposed.
The question is,
owner.
they gotta have KB on the roster for you to get some shekels.
Anyway,
but continue.
I think the Patriots will definitely win. I mean, TGV aren't really that strong, especially the fact that it's going to be either JJ or Olaf as QB.
Oh God.
Which could go horribly wrong.
Wait, Jimmy's not QBing?
No, Jimmy's terrible. But then
Well, I
again,
mean, he's better than them at quarterback.
I don't know. I think they're all shit.
No, Jimmy's better than both of them at quarterback.
Yes.
JJ's been actually practicing quarterback recently.
That's real cute.
I know.
I think Patriots will win this game by 6.
I can see it, yeah, 6.
That's solid, yeah. I would not be surprised if this went to overtime, which means Caleb's ego would be absolutely insane. But it'll be entertaining to watch, at least from the aspect of you get to watch who's on the field.
Yeah.
One funny thing I'd like to point out, Kalen sent me a message on Facebook and he was like, truth is, I'm not coming back to the RFL because I don't agree with Byrne rigging the system to stack his team. And the next thing I know, he signs literally the night.
Oh, just kidding. Well, I mean, oh wait,